You're out here spending your last dollar at Target and they just laid off 300 of us last week. You're loyal to brands that wouldn't cross the street to save your life. Wake up, family. We're financing our own disrespect. I'm about to say what needs to be said, even if it makes some of y'all uncomfortable. We need to stop spending our money with these large corporations, period. Full stop, no exceptions. And before you start with the excuses, before you tell me how convenient it is or how much you love your little treats, let me tell you why I'm done, why you should be done, and what we're going to do about it. These corporations cannot stand us. Let me say that louder for the people in the back. They cannot stand Black America. They tolerate us during Black History Month when they can slap our faces on their social media and pretend they care. They'll give us a little graphic with Martin Luther King quotes, throw up some Juneteenth merchandise, maybe hire a celebrity to do a commercial, and then the other 11 months of the year. They're firing us in waves, denying us promotions, paying us less than everyone else doing the same job, and treating us like we're disposable. And you know what the wildest part is? We keep coming back. We keep shopping there. We keep being loyal to brands that would replace us with an algorithm if they could figure out how to make it work. We're out here defending these companies, talking about, well, their customer service is good or they have the best prices. Baby, they have the best prices because they're paying poverty wages and treating their workers like garbage. And a lot of those workers look just like you. Let me give you the reality check nobody wants to hear. The layoffs are coming for us first. Always. Every single time a corporation needs to restructure or streamline operations or whatever corporate speak they're using this quarter, who do you think gets the pink slip first? It's us. It's always us. We're the first fired and the last hired, and that's not conspiracy, that's documented fact. Look at the tech industry right now. Mass layoffs everywhere. Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, all of them cutting tens of thousands of jobs. And when you dig into the data, when you actually look at who's getting cut, it's disproportionately us. The diversity initiatives they bragged about for years, gone. The Black engineers, the Black project managers, the Black recruiters they hired to look good on paper, out the door. And meanwhile, the executives, the board members, the leadership who are getting richer every single quarter, they're untouched. They're getting bonuses while we're getting unemployment forms. And it's not just tech, it's retail, it's finance, it's healthcare, it's education, it's every single sector. Macy's laid off thousands of us. Walmart, the company that makes billions in profit every year, cutting workers left and right. Banks that wouldn't even give our grandparents loans are now laying off the few Black folks they hired to make themselves look inclusive. The hospitality industry, the service industry, all of it. We're being cut loose like we're nothing. But here's what really gets me heated. The federal government is doing it too. The same government that's supposed to serve all Americans is out here cutting Black federal workers in record numbers. We're talking about people who dedicated their careers to public service, who did everything right, who got their degrees, who showed up every day, and they're being rewarded with layoffs. The DEI offices shut down. The programs designed to ensure equal opportunity defunded. The protections that were supposed to keep this from happening stripped away, and we're supposed to just take it. We're supposed to keep shopping at these stores, keep using these services, keep putting money in the pockets of people who see us as expendable. That's insane. That's funding your own oppression, and I'm tired of watching us do it. Here's what I need Black America to understand. Every dollar you spend is a vote. Every single purchase you make is you saying, I support this. I approve of how you operate. I'm good with how you treat people who look like me. And right now, we're voting to keep a system in place that absolutely despises us. We're voting for our own disrespect. We're voting for our own economic extinction. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. LaSherika, what am I supposed to do? These corporations are everywhere. I can't avoid them. Yes, you can. You absolutely can. It takes effort, it takes intentionality, it takes sacrifice, but you can do it. And more importantly, you have to do it because the alternative is staying on this hamster wheel forever. You know what we need? We need to rebuild Black Wall Street. For those who don't know the history, let me educate you real quick. Black Wall Street was the Greenwood District in Tulsa, Oklahoma in the early 1900s. Our ancestors built a thriving, self-sufficient Black economy. We're talking about Black-owned banks, Black-owned grocery stores, Black-owned hotels, theaters, hospitals, schools, everything. Money circulated in the community. When you spent $1 in Greenwood, that dollar changed hands multiple times before it ever left the Black community. Our people were wealthy, prosperous, independent. And you know what happened? They burned it down, literally. In 1921, a mob of people couldn't stand to see us thriving, so they destroyed it all. 35 city blocks, over 300 dead, thousands left homeless. They dropped bombs from airplanes on American citizens because we had the audacity to be successful without needing them. That's how powerful Black economic independence is. It's so threatening to the system that they will literally burn it to the ground rather than let us have it. But here's what they didn't destroy: the blueprint, the knowledge, the proof that when we keep our money circulating in our own community, we don't just survive, we thrive. So let's talk about what economic divestment actually looks like, because I'm not just here to complain, I'm here to give you solutions. First, you need to know where your money is going right now. Pull up your bank statements, your credit card bills, wherever you're spending. Look at where your money goes every month. I guarantee you most of it is going to corporations that wouldn't cry one tear if you stopped existing tomorrow. Now, for every one of those expenditures, I want you to ask yourself, is there a Black-owned alternative? And I'm telling you right now, 90% of the time, there is. You just haven't been looking for it because you're comfortable, because you're used to going to the same places, because you've been programmed to believe that big corporations are the only option. Let's break this down category by category. Food and groceries. Yes, there are Black-owned grocery stores and Black-owned farms. Can you get everything? Maybe not at first, but you can get most of it. And for what you can't get from Black-owned businesses, you hit up smaller local markets that actually employ people from the community and pay fair wages. You stop going to the chains that are closing stores in Black neighborhoods while opening new locations in the suburbs. Clothing. We have Black designers, Black boutiques, Black online stores. Stop buying from fast fashion brands that are using slave labor and environmental destruction to give you cheap clothes that fall apart in 3 months anyway. Invest in quality pieces from Black-owned businesses. Yes, it might cost more upfront, but you're building wealth in your own community and the clothes actually last. Banking. If your money is sitting in Wells Fargo or Bank of America, institutions with documented histories of discriminating against Black customers, what are you doing? Move your money to Black-owned banks and credit unions. They exist. They're FDIC insured just like the big banks. Your money is safe and you're strengthening Black economic institutions. Services, plumbers, electricians, contractors, lawyers, accountants, whatever you need, there's a Black-owned business that can do it. Use them. Stop defaulting to whatever big company has the most advertising. Ask your network, search Black business directories, do the work to find us and support us. Entertainment, streaming services, music, content, all of it. Prioritize Black-owned platforms and Black creators. Stop making other people rich off of content about our culture while we get crumbs. The goal is to get to a point where at least 70% of your spending is going back into the Black community. That's the number we need to hit to create real economic power. Right now, we're nowhere near that. Money comes into the Black community and leaves within hours. We get paid, we immediately spend it at corporations that don't employ us, don't respect us, and don't invest in our neighborhoods. That has to stop. And I already hear the excuses coming. It's more expensive. Sometimes, yes. But think about what you're paying for. You're paying for quality, you're paying for a business owner who's trying to build something real, you're paying to keep your community strong. Besides, we waste money on nonsense all the time. You'll drop $200 on brunch but can't support a Black-owned restaurant. You'll buy designer brands made in sweatshops but won't invest in a Black designer. Make it make sense. It's not as convenient. Nothing worthwhile is convenient. Freedom wasn't convenient. Civil rights weren't convenient. Building generational wealth is not going to be convenient. You're going to have to put in effort. You're going to have to plan ahead. You're going to have to be intentional. That's the price of economic independence. I don't know where to find Black businesses. Yes, you do. You have the internet. You have social media. There are dozens of directories and apps specifically designed to help you find Black-owned businesses. The information is out there. You just have to actually look for it instead of defaulting to whatever's easiest. Here's the truth. Every excuse you're making is just you choosing comfort over community. And I get it. Change is hard. But staying where we are is deadly. We cannot keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. We cannot keep enriching people who hate us and then wonder why we're not making progress. The system is designed to extract wealth from the Black community and redistribute it everywhere else. That's not an accident. That's by design. And the only way to break that cycle is to stop participating in it. We have to make a conscious decision to prioritize our own economic survival over convenience, over comfort, over whatever psychological attachment we have to brands that do not care about us. Think about the power we have if we actually organize our spending. Black Americans have over $1 trillion in buying power. $1 trillion. That's more than the GDP GDP of entire countries. If we redirected even half of that into Black-owned businesses and kept it circulating in our community, we would be an economic force that nobody could ignore. We would have the capital to start businesses, buy property, invest in education, build infrastructure. We would be self-sufficient. But we're not doing that. We're giving that $1 trillion to corporations that turn around and donate to politicians who work against our interests. We're enriching companies that lobby for policies that harm us. We're funding our own oppression and then wondering why nothing changes. I want you to imagine what our community could look like if we actually did this. Imagine Black-owned businesses on every corner. Imagine our kids working summer jobs at Black-owned stores, learning business from Black entrepreneurs. Imagine wealth staying in the community, being invested in homes, in education, in healthcare. Imagine not having to beg corporations for opportunities because we're creating our own opportunities. That's not a fantasy. That's what Black Wall Street was. That's what we're capable of when we decide to invest in ourselves. And we can do it again. We have the resources, we have the talent, we have the knowledge. What we need is the discipline and the commitment to actually follow through. So here's my challenge to Black America. Starting today, start tracking where your money goes. Starting next week, start redirecting at least 25% of your spending to Black-owned businesses. Within 6 months, get that number up to 50%. Within a year, 70%. It's not impossible. It just requires you to give a damn about your own community more than you care about convenience. And when these corporations see their profits drop, when they realize we're not coming back, they'll have one of two choices. Actually treat us with respect and invest in our communities, or lose our business forever. Either way, we win. Either they change, or we build something better without them. Stop funding your own disrespect. Stop being loyal to brands that would replace you tomorrow without thinking twice. Stop making excuses for why you can't support your own people. We have been through worse and survived. We can handle the inconvenience of shopping at a Black-owned store instead of Target. The question is, do you actually want to see Black America win, or do you just want to talk about it? Because if you want to see us win, it starts with where you spend your money. Every dollar is a choice. Choose us. Choose your community. Choose economic independence over corporate convenience. We're not going to beg these corporations to respect us. We're not going to wait for them to decide we're worthy of fair treatment. We're going to build our own economy, support our own businesses, and create our own wealth. And if they want our money back, they're going to have to earn it by actually showing up for Black America in real, measurable ways. Until then, they don't get another dime from me. And they shouldn't get another dime from you either. This is LaSherika from AfroWire AI, and it's time to stop playing games with our economic future. Divest from them, invest in us, and watch what happens when we actually move as one. Peace.